Put your hands together and make some noise for our Straight Talk hosts, Kevin and Christy.
Hey everybody! Hello and welcome! Welcome to our very first Straight Talk special with special guest Mark Kemper from the Christian Motorcyclists Association. It's great to have all of you here with us and those tuning in on CLTV Roku and Straight Talk TV YouTube channel.
Yes, this is a very special edition and we're very excited to have everyone here. We want to extend a very warm welcome to all of those that are here with us today from the CMA.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for being here with us today.
That's right. Today is our special talk, our Straight Talk special for all of you who love God, love people, and love motorcycles. Woo! Come on, somebody. And speaking of motorcycles, I actually, grew up around motorcycles. Did you grow up around motorcycles?
But I grew up mostly around like dirt bikes, four-wheelers in the mountains, getting muddy and dirty and going really fast and crashing in the grass. And
CMA rides dirt bikes too. I grew up around motorcycles, and I remember growing up on the back of a fully dressed Goldwing. My dad had a fully dressed Goldwing. In fact, one time he even took me home from church on his Goldwing and did a wheelie on his Goldwing. And if you can imagine that, it's huge. But that being said, I wanted to share a few of our favorite motorcycle quotes with you guys today.
Yeah, these are some great quotes, and I'm guessing many of you might be able to relate to some of these.
I'll bet you they can.
For example, quote number 1, no ride is too long if you have good company.
Come on, somebody. You can ride for days and days and days as long as you have good company. And number 2, I like this one. Happiness isn't around the corner. Happiness is the corner. Some of you already know. Some of you already know, because it's not about the corner. Or the happiness being on the right. It's actually going into the corner. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it. I love it in my car too. Happiness is the corner. Anyway, sorry.
He does. Number 3, some need therapy, but I have my bike.
Hello. Listen, none of us need counseling if we just have a motorcycle. If we just get on our bike and go. And I like this one too, because I can relate. Right. But it says, number 4, if you still hear your fear, just drop a gear. Come on, Kyle, I know you know that one, buddy. I know you know that one.
Nodding on almost every
I know, he can relate. I do that in my car, when you still hear that fear, just drop it a gear and go. All right.
And the 5th and final one, 4 wheels move the body, 2 wheels move the soul.
Hallelujah.
But Nancy, just for you, I want to know what 3 wheels do.
What does 3 wheels do? Because we got some 3-wheelers in the house as well. But
3 wheels move the heart?
There you go.
I'm making this up just for you, Nancy.
Hey, everyone, help me say hi to our Mixmaster DJ, K Dizzle. Kaylani. How's it going over there, Kaylani?
It's going good. Happy Sunday. Happy CMA Sunday.
There you go. There you go.
Kaylani, you're kind of a thrill seeker.
Oh,
you're
absolutely.
Just as crazy as your
absolutely.
Mama.
She is, actually.
And have you been on the back of a bike before? Have you been on a motorcycle?
I have. A few times. Just a few.
Well, I know we did some 4-wheeling, but even a 2-wheeler?
I know you've done 4-wheeler.
I'm trying to remember.
In fact, when we moved to Salem, Oregon, I moved here on the back of a motorcycle with Uncle Darren.
Uncle Darren. The green machine. I forgot all about that.
That was a nice bike.
That was a very nice bike.
Very nice
So I didn't remember that. You actually drove all the way from Eugene to, which is an hour.
Yes, but I was a lot younger and smaller and more afraid.
Yes,
more afraid.
Yep.
But that was a nice bike ride. But
absolutely.
We love bikes.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey folks, we have a great show for you today. This is a Straight Talk special featuring the Christian Motorcycle Association, and we have the Salem chapter president Mark Kemper with us. But first, we're going to touch heaven with a little bit of worship led by our very own K Dizzle, Kaylani. So don't go away. We'll be right back with a special Straight Talk Motorcycle Edition right after this break. Hey!
There's no other name. There's no other name like yours, Jesus. Like yours, Jesus. There's
I'm listening to a customer, my number one priority is to listen.
In every moment that I'm with this customer or this client, am I doing everything that I can to look out for their best interest at the end of the day?
Just make sure they have plenty of options and they're happy with the choice that they make. It doesn't matter what we want, everything that they want is what we want to make happen.
At the end of the day, we do a walkthrough, communicate with the customer, make sure they're completely happy with what they've spent their hard-earned money for.
We keep playing with fire, knowing it's a dangerous game. So we keep playing with fire.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Well, we have a great show for you today. But first, before we get into the show, we want to touch heaven with a little bit of worship, led by our very own Kay Dizzle, Kaylani Truitt.
If you're in the stands, please worship. Feel free to do what you do. again. Great is your faithfulness to me. Yeah, that sounds good. Great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to
Give it up for the Lord first. Praising Him today. Give it up for Kate Dizzle. Thank you so much, honey. That was awesome worship. I want to just share with everybody that this show is not just about entertainment. It's not just about introducing you to people around the community. It's first and foremost about giving God glory. And we want to do that all around the world. So we thank you for worshiping with us. But we've got more Straight Talk right after this. And the Christian Motorcyclists Association is with us. So that's awesome. Stay tuned for more Straight Talk right after this commercial break.
Sledding, child, swinging. coming downhill. Child sliding downhill.
At Advantage Heating and Air, we believe in our craftsmanship. Did you know the same piece of equipment installed by two different contractors can perform up to 50% differently? And the number one source for failure of an HVAC within the first 5 years is due to improper installation. That's why we train 3 times a week. That's why we're the best trained craftsmen in the area. And that's why we're extending our warranty. The average system is replaced every 15 years, and the typical labor warranty is 2 to 3. So, we're giving you 20 years. Why? Because we're obsessed with giving you the quality, reliability, and peace of mind you deserve.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Oh, we're going to play a fun game of charades here at Straight Talk. And of course, it's always guys versus gals. So today we've got Nancy on Pastor Christy's team from the CMA. And I have our very own Kyle Bennett working with the guys today. And guys are going to destroy. So here we go. All right. It's time for next level charades. Here we go. No, that's my next level. My next level charades. All right.
Okay, all right. All right, everyone, we're going to be playing charades.
Yep.
So, basically, it'll be Kyle and Kevin acting for one another, and then me and Nancy. And the first team to get to 3 points wins. All right, are you guys ready?
We are ready. You guys are going down.
Let's get ready to play charades.
No.
You guys are going down.
Ladies first.
Always.
Yes, ladies first. So we'll have Nancy go first.
Okay.
When you get the answer right, you're going to hear this noise from K-Dizzle right over there.
No, that's if you get it wrong.
That's if you get it wrong.
But what do you hear if you get it right? If you get it right, it's... Oh, nice. A little ding. Okay. But you have 30 seconds, so when 30 seconds runs out, you'll be done. So let's get your card.
Go ahead and show Nancy the word, then show K-Dizzle the word. So
Give it up for our stage director for the day, Evan Walker. All right, Evan. All right, here we go, Nancy. You've got 30 seconds.
Nancy.
Christy's going to try to guess. You guys are going to come right over, right there. Nope.
Right there?
Right there. Yep, right there. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
And you've got 30 seconds. We're going to come right over here.
Oh,
Ready?
this is acting.
Yeah.
Oh, we're acting, not talking.
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
I'm talking.
Help me count them
You're
down
acting.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Break your leg. Broken leg.
Broken leg? That's it? Broken leg? That's it. All right. That was easy. All right, you guys got the first one. We got to be ready, man. We're going fast. We got to go fast. Okay, let's get... He's going to get the next one.
All right.
Kyle's going to get the next one. And Kyle, you're going to
show
stand
K-Dizzle.
right there.
Gotcha.
And I got you.
Okay.
We got to get this. We got to tie them. It's 1-0. And here we go. We're going to count down in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, we're pouring. Oh, you're stabbing yourself. You're stabbing. Suicide. You're stabbing yourself. You're punching yourself. Oh, you're digging. You're cutting. Digging, cut, perforate. Perforation, cut. You're tired? Digging. Keep going. Cutting. Cut. No? Okay, let's keep going then. Cutting. You're shaving. You cut yourself shaving. You're digging. What else do you got? You got cutting, digging, shave. Oh, we lost it, man. Okay, so it's 1-0. It's 1-0. What was it?
Oh,
Barber.
yeah, well,
Barber. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's 1-0. You guys got us.
1-0.
Evan, it is Christy's turn. Way to go, Evan. Here we go. We're gonna scoot back. Don't look. Nancy. And so they're on medium. So this is next. It's level up. So they did the easy. Now they're on medium. Here we go.
Okay.
And help us count them down, everybody, in 3,
Am I back?
2, 1. Let's go.
Joyful little child. running downhill. Child sliding downhill. Wrist.
What? They got it? What was it? Going down a slide? I don't know. They didn't. I never heard going down a slide. But all right. Okay, so it's 2-0. We've got to get this next one. So Evan, it's my turn. Come on out, Evan. Give me that card. And perfect.
Here we go.
And we've got 30 seconds in 3. Everybody, 2, 1. Here we go. You ready?
Connect 4. Card dealer. Hole puncher. Server. Cashier.
Yes! Yes! We got cashier! Yes!
I'm not sure.
Oh, we had a little
Kyle's
help
never
from the
seen one of
audience,
those.
but
Never
hey,
tried.
that's all right.
I didn't hear the audience.
He didn't hear it. He didn't hear
Yeah.
it. All right.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, it's 2-1, everybody. It's 2-1. The girls are going for a win, though, right here. So, Nancy, you're acting one more time. Let's count them down in 3, 2, 1.
Umbrella? A fire? Campfire? Okay. Match? Firework? Sparkler? A Roman candle? Skiing? Downhill skiing? Skate? Running? Oh, a baton? Passing the baton? A water can? Watering can? You're running with it?
Okay, we got it, everybody. We're going to steal this to tie it up.
You get
Kyle,
one answer,
Kyle,
one
right
answer,
here, right
one
here.
answer alone.
Tell the audience.
Sliding down a fire pole.
Nope.
No.
No.
What do you guys think it is? What do you guys think it is? Olympic
Yes!
torch? Oh!
It was the Olympics.
Well, everybody, we're out of time, though. So the
That's
girls win it.
hard.
2-1, you guys.
That's
2-1.
hard.
Way to go, everybody. Way to go, Kyle. We gave it our best shot, bro. But Barber, I just didn't get it. But anyway, all right, when we come back, we'll be hanging out with our good friend Mark Kemper from the Christian Motorcyclists Association.
Yes.
If you love God, love people, and love motorcycles, you won't want to miss this. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Good job, you guys.
He brought me out of and healed me from 20 years of alcoholism
Wow.
in 4 days.
And were you riding motorcycle at that
That's
time?
amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
And then 2 years after that, he healed me of smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Wow.
And so what he had done for me, I wanted others to have.
Okay.
When I'm listening to a customer, my number one priority is to listen.
In every moment that I'm with this customer or this client, am I doing everything that I can to look out for their best interest at the end of the day?
Just make sure they have plenty of options and they're happy with the choice that they make. It doesn't matter what we want. Everything that they want is what we want to make happen.
At the end of the day, we do a walkthrough, communicate with the customer, make sure they're completely happy with what they've spent their hard-earned money for.
We keep playing with fire, knowing it's a dangerous game. So we keep playing with fire.
All right. Well, we've got our guest from the Christian Motorcyclists Association, and this is an awesome group of people who love God, they love people, and they love motorcycles. They're doing incredible things all over the world, and their vision is changing the world one heart at a time. Take a look at this video.
The purpose of the birth of this was so that motorcyclists and all who come into contact with this ministry could feel the impact of and know the heartbeat of God.
It all started with one man, Herb Shreve, founded the Christian Motorcyclists Association in the spring of 1975. In 1976, God provided for the purchase of the original 3 acres on which CMA was established. Members began to attend bike rallies such as Sturgis and Daytona. CMA continued to grow, serve, and love the motorcycling community. In 1980, CMA South Africa was established. In 1982, CMA built an open-air pavilion. Ministry tools were developed to aid in the effectiveness of witnessing. The first CMA newspaper to bear the name Heartbeat rolled out in 1986. The first Run for the Sun was held on May 7, 1988, and 9 CMAers headed to Central America to give away 21 motorcycles. In 1989, the administration building was built. In 1995, the open-air pavilion was expanded and enclosed to form an 800-seat auditorium. In 1997, CMA purchased the first 28 acres on Iron Mountain. In 1998, the Welcome Center bathhouse was constructed. In 1999, the pavilion was raised to accommodate the growing number of CMA members. In 2000, CMA welcomed John Ogden Sr. as CEO, Chairman of the Board of Directors. CMA launched www.cmausa.org in 2001. In 2002, CMA International officially begins with 5 countries. In 2002, Fastlane began. In 2003, the Board of Directors formed the CMA Youth Movement. In 2007, Fastlane expanded to include dual sport, off-road, and ATVs. In 2012, the multi-purpose building opened. Now, CMA has chartered over 1,365 chapters throughout the United States. For the last 45 years, CMA has been faithful to its calling, going out to the highways, byways, and motorcycle rallies, loving and serving. Because of their efforts, CMA members have impacted over 4 million motorcyclists. Since 1996, we know that 188,039 motorcyclists have given their lives to Christ as a result of CMA's efforts. Through Run for the Sun, CMA has raised over $78 million for the advancement of the gospel. 6,905 motorcycles, 6,992 bicycles, 40 horses, 42 boats, 1 camel, 4 horse and buggies, 2 snowmobiles, and 10 wheelchairs have been distributed to pastors and church leaders throughout the world. Through CMA's faithfulness, 3,061,456 Bibles have been given to the suffering and persecuted in the darkest places through Open Doors. Partnered with Jesus Film Project, CMA has provided the resources for 52 languages to be completely translated into the Jesus Film, and has helped finish 489 additional languages. Through these efforts, over 147 million people in jungles, deserts, mountains, and cities across all corners of the globe have viewed the film in their heart language, with 15 million people making decisions for Christ. CMA has not only continued to grow at home, but around the world. CMA International has grown to 40 countries on 6 continents. Every day, working hard to fulfill the Great Commission, CMA members around the world are serving in their communities, at motorcycle rallies, loving those around them and sharing the hope of Jesus Christ. CMA has 6 national evangelists, each leading a region in the United States, and a dedicated youth movement evangelist. Today, the CMA Support Center team has grown to over 38 employees in 14 departments. And this year, we are launching CMA's School of Evangelism that will teach, disciple, and equip CMA leaders of all ages to go out into their communities, chapters, and countries with love and confidence. From 1975 to 2020, CMA members' hearts still beat the same. It's all about Jesus. There is no doubt CMA members are mission true, changing the world one heart at a time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the president of Redeemed Riders CMA, chapter number 25 here in Salem, Oregon, Mark Kemper. Come on, Mark. So good to have you, brother. So good to have you. I'm good. Come on, have a seat right here. What a great video. Now, that was the history of CMA And we've got a little history. He is no stranger to this group of people. You've been with us a number of times, but here we're got a little bit of a different setup, a little bit of a different format. But how you doing?
Doing good.
Doing good. What do you think of the set? Looks pretty good.
This is nice. This is nice.
This is nice. Yeah.
We're reaching a lot of people.
We're trying. You know, we're on Roku now with CLTV, and we reach just over 80 million viewers. So that's a lot of viewers. Now, I don't know if they're all tuning in, but we're trusting God that one heart at a time.
There you go.
They will see us there. But we wanted to talk a little bit about CMA today, and we want to give you an opportunity to share your heart. But that was some of the history, and I know you've got some friends here. So let's give it up for all of our CMA friends that are here in the audience with us. Woo! And before we get started, I don't want to forget, actually, Nancy, one of our gals that helps us with tech, she's actually the vice president of this chapter, correct?
Correct.
Nancy, everybody give it up for Nancy. Woo! And then not too long ago, I believe Kyle kind of stepped up, and he's the chapter chaplain. Is that right?
Yes, he is.
Come on, let's give it up for Kyle Bennett. All right, so tell us what's going on, and we just heard the history of the organization. What's been going on?
So you've heard the history of CMA, so I'll give you a little history of me.
Oh, let's hear it.
So,
Sounds good.
I didn't know the Lord until I was 34 years old. I'll be 74 in July.
Wow.
And he brought me out of the darkness. I mean, I was following the devil. The devil, anything I thought, the devil put it before me.
Okay.
And so he brought me out of and healed me from 20 years of alcoholism.
Wow.
In 4 days.
And were you riding motorcycle at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
And then 2 years after that, he healed me of smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Wow.
And so what he had done for me, I wanted others to have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my brother, he was in CMA, had been in since the late 80s. And so I thought, well, I'm going to find out what this is all about. And so in 93, I joined CMA. And I tell you, God has taken me places where I never thought I'd ever be.
Through the CMA?
Wow.
Through CMA.
Okay.
And through being available to him. So.
And during that whole
It's been
journey,
almost 30 years.
30 years?
Almost 30 years.
Wow.
Next year.
During that journey, you found that healing, the healing of cigarettes and the healing of all the things that you were talking about?
Oh, yeah, and all the things that happened, PTSD from Vietnam. And, all of these tools that he has given me because of the thing, I'm able to reach out to others in the secular bike world. CMA is, like you say, one heart at a time. It's one-on-one.
Yeah.
We don't go out and we don't hit them over the head with the Bible.
Right.
We just go and become friends.
Yeah.
Have friends in a lot of different places.
Yeah.
So
And then you just share life and share your testimony of all that's happened in you.
there you go.
That's awesome. That's a great testimony.
So CMA is a largest organization of its kind in the world. And it's really amazing. This video was 2020. So some of the statistics now
are even greater.
A little
Even greater.
Well, we're going to get to those statistics, but I do want to ask you something about the history because I grew up in the church as a young child. My father was a motorcycle rider, but he was also a bike rider, right? And so I grew up on motorcycles. And I remember trying to, my dad started churches. He was a church planter. And when I watched the history of this was launched in my lifetime. When I was a younger guy, this was launched in 1975.
Right.
And I remember the struggle of trying to build an organization, trying to build a church, trying to gather people. And when you look at the timeline of CMA, it actually grew fairly large, fairly quick. What was that journey like?
Yes, you're right. When it first started out, Herb Shreves took his son, who was kind of going off in a different direction, but his love of motorcycles, he asked his wife, Shirley says, I want to take our son. I found a 3-day motorcycle event over here, and since he loves motorcycles, maybe we can get him on the right track.
Right.
So they went, and when he got back, he told his wife, I'm sorry, I took him to everything that we didn't want him to be around. And
right.
But through that, God put it on his heart that there's a lost culture out there that nobody's reaching. And so God put it upon his heart. And from that time, it started gaining a little bit, and it was people want to have a Christian ride group just to ride with, and then pretty soon it got so many people that his friends said, we need to do something. We need to start something because we've got so many people.
Yeah.
And he said, well, that wasn't my calling. My calling was for me to go out. But yet, then they talked him in. Christian Motorcycle Association came about, and now there's over 1,300 chapters in the United States.
Just in the United States.
47 countries.
Yeah.
And it is amazing how fast it's taken on a life of its own.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it, honey, is the fact that it's not just like when you think motorcycle group, you're thinking all these manly guys getting on a bike and going for a ride, but that's not really the case.
Yeah.
It's actually a family event.
Yes, it is.
I know we're going to talk a little bit about the youth movement, and so it's not just grown-ups getting on bikes and going and hanging out. They're getting the youth involved. They're getting the teenagers involved in evangelism and missions, and I'd love to hear more about that too. But everybody loves CMA.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everybody loves CMA. In fact, I wanted to share with the audience some of the people that have something to say about the CMA. And check out this video as we hear from some of those that love CMA.
I love the ministry of the Christian Motorcyclists Association. I feel it in my heart and soul. My time and energies are devoted to it. I love what CMA stands for, what it accomplishes, and what it means to the motorcycling community and the kingdom of God. Here are 5 reasons why I love the ministry of CMA.
CMA is fun! Where else can you ride your motorcycle serving Jesus and fellowship with people like this and eat over and over again? Some of the greatest memories of my life are of CMA good times. The coldest, hungriest, funniest, most meaningful, and most fulfilling moments of my life have been together with CMA people. Local CMA chapters give CMA members a fun, safe, and exciting environment to be a motorcyclist, to ride, live, and serve the motorcycling community.
CMA is family. CMA is a loving, supportive family. The relationships formed in a local CMA chapter go deep. They help us, they push us, they stay with us through the ups and downs of life. In CMA, you may even get to know people more than you might want to.
But even though every family has a weird family member, families love each other, stand by each other, and will always be there to help you out. Through prayer, fellowship, evangelism, and discipleship, the wheels of motorcycle ministry roll on in a family atmosphere unlike anything else in motorcycling.
CMA is faithful. In over 40 years of motorcycle ministry, the Christian Motorcyclists Association has never wavered in our commitment to share the gospel of Christ with the motorcycling community. Painstakingly maintaining integrity and respect, CMA, through the servant hearts of its members, has earned the right to speak in the motorcycling world. Always involved, always serving, CMA has been faithful to our motto, "Here if you need us." With over 900 chapters in locations all across the nation, CMA has been faithfully attending and serving at all sorts of motorcycling events year after year. As an organization, CMA is faithful to their stewardship of ministry finances and in their accountability to the ECFA. In the day-to-day ministry lives of our members, wherever the CMA backpatch goes, it is a testimony to the faithfulness of CMA members to live out the integrity and respect in our relationships with the motorcycling community.
CMA is fulfilling the Great Commission. The ministry of CMA is an evangelistic organization. In a sense, we're all about the gospel. We believe the story of Jesus Christ is good news. Time-sensitive news that needs to be shared with bikers, trudging their ways through addictions, emotional brokenness, and life-controlling problems. Motorcyclists have never needed Jesus to intervene in their lives more than at this present moment. CMA gets it, and everything we do works to fulfill the greatest command of Christ. Go into all the world and preach the gospel, Matthew 28:19, working to fulfill the Great Commission. Through the efforts of our members and chapters in the past 10 years alone, CMA ministry opportunities have grown from 17,000 per year to over 300,000 per year.
CMA is functioning around the world.
There are over 35 CMA organizations in nations around the globe, each one dedicated to taking Christ to motorcyclists in their sphere of influence. Through CMA's Run for the Sun, CMA partners with ministries with world-reaching potential. We help provide transportation for native pastors and ministry leaders through Missionary Ventures International. We help send Bibles into the most dangerous places through Open Doors. We help present the story of Jesus to people groups across the world who have never heard of Christ in their own native heart language through the Jesus Film Project. Through these ministry efforts around the world, CMA has reached over 3 million souls for Jesus.
That's why I love CMA, a tight-knit family of motorcyclists who are serving and loving the biking culture all over the world, working hard to fulfill the Great Commission of Christ, and literally changing the world one heart at a time.
What an incredible video. That is an amazing testimony to why everybody loves CMA. And I can tell because some of those statistics were a little outdated, but we've got to take a commercial break. And when we come back, let's talk about the real statistics in 2022. We'll be right back right after this commercial break. Social distance, we had to wear masks. And I was asking you before the show, like, how did that affect CMA? I would imagine CMA riders would be like, let's go for a ride.
Well, one thing you got to, you need to be, 6 foot apart. Well, riding a motorcycle, you're apart.
I'm sure you're 6 foot apart.
You got to be 6 feet apart anyway, right?
You're good. So anyway,
you got your helmet on, so you got to show up most of the time, right? And
When I'm listening to a customer, my number one priority is to listen.
In every moment that I'm with this customer or this client, am I doing everything that I can to look out for their best interest at the end of the day?
Just make sure they have plenty of options and they're happy with the choice that they make. It doesn't matter what we want, everything that they want is what we want to make happen.
At the end of the day, we do a walkthrough, communicate with the customer, make sure they're completely happy with what they've spent their hard-earned money for.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We are here with our guest, Mark Kemper from Christian Motorcycle Association.
yes, all right.
Yes, and over the break, I was just talking to Mark and thanking him for educating me on the full amount of what CMA really is. At the beginning, I was saying, I just rode dirt bikes and four-wheelers, but CMA encompasses all of those that get out. It's a family organization. You touch more lives than some of us really fully understand. And we've seen since the statistics, we saw earlier that things have changed, even in the last 2, almost 3 years since that video was made. So we're going to go into some of those new statistics with you now.
Well, one thing that's interesting is one statistic is somewhere in the United States, a CMA member carrying the life-changing message of reconciliation touches someone for Christ once every 42 seconds.
Wow. That's an awesome statistic.
And leads someone to Christ once every 55 minutes, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
awesome.
That's a
That's
lot.
awesome.
That's a big number.
That's a huge number.
That's a big number. Yes, it is. But the thing is that we have one fundraiser a year called Run for the Sun, S-O-N.
Yes.
And through that, we give away 60%.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we give some to Missionary Ventures International, which takes and buys motorcycles or transportation for pastors in third world countries.
Yeah.
Open Doors Ministry. Takes Bibles and helps set up churches and stuff in third world countries. And the other is Jesus Film Project.
Yeah, that's
Campus
awesome.
Crusade.
Yeah.
Now, through those, since 1988, which we started Run for the Sun, up to now, you're not going to believe this number.
Okay, try me.
There has been, that we know of, 34.5 million who have come to the Lord.
Wow, that's an amazing number. That's an amazing number, a little higher than the videos talked about.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
And with Christian Motorcycle Association, just the people in there, the members, you know, annually, on an average, CMA members touch over 743,896 lives, with over 9,487 people coming to Christ.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And with Missionary Ventures, CMA has placed 8,347 motorcycles, 7,309 bicycles, in addition to boats, motors, horses, buggies, snowmobiles, wheelchairs, and camels to pastors working in 108 countries.
I wanted to ask you about the camel. Like, what pastor, where is he at riding a CMA camel?
You know,
and is it a branded camel? Does it say CMA on the camel?
Well, it might say Harley. I don't know. I think it'd probably be in Africa.
I guess
someplace.
so. Yeah, I guess
but
so.
The Jesus Film Project, 177 million people have viewed the film, and 18 million have made a decision for Christ as a direct result of CMA's Run for the Sun.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Now, Open Doors Ministry, CMA has distributed 3.3 million Bibles and trained and supported Christians in the most oppressive and dangerous countries in the world.
Wow.
Now, the Jesus Film Project, one thing that's interesting about that is that it used to be for every dollar spent, a soul was saved. Now it's every 83 cents, a soul is saved.
Oh, man.
And we have now, with the Run for the Sun contributions, they have interpreted over 1,900 languages.
Wow.
Wow.
So to be able to hear it in their own language, see it, I mean, it's amazing.
How can we get that number down even more, where every 50 cents a soul is saved, every 25 cents a soul is saved? Is it more distribution? How do we get the word out?
Well, the Run for the Sun happens every chapter. And so in the United States, and there's over 1,300. You can go to cmausa.org, and you can go in and you can find where these chapters are. You can go and talk to them about Run for the Sun and partner with them in, it's a 100-mile ride, and you spend so much, you give so much per mile, and then that is all, it's all tax deductible, and all of it, 100% goes for mission work.
Wow.
Not 1 ounce goes for administrative cost. That is taken care of on a whole different level. So the thing is, meet with some of the CMAs. Or you can go on CMAUSA.org, and you can donate through the website.
Sure.
And so the more that we collect, and I got to tell you, you had talked to me before about the pandemic and how that affected CMA.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, because I know a lot of churches had to shut down because the mandate. Some didn't shut down, but others did. We had to, social distance. We had to wear masks. And I was asking you before the show, like, how did that affect CMA? I would imagine CMA riders would be like, let's go for a ride.
Well, one thing you got to, you need to be, 6 foot apart. Well, riding a motorcycle, you're apart.
I'm sure you're 6 foot apart.
You got to be 6 feet apart anyway, right?
You're good.
So anyway,
you got your helmet on, so you got to show up most of the time, right?
Yeah.
And but for many years, through Run for the Sun, we were trying to reach that $5 million mark.
Yeah.
And in 2021, we went to 5.1 million.
That was during the pandemic.
During the pandemic.
So you raised more money during the pandemic.
So when God has a plan,
Right.
Yes.
Come on.
nothing's going to change.
That's
it.
right.
That's right.
So, and then that was awesome because, this year, 2022, 5.7 million.
Wow.
5.7.
Awesome.
So you figure that, and you figure 1.3 million went to each one of the partners.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now the other, of course, we talked about the partners and the 20%, but 40% stays here in the United States for all the evangelistic outreach that we do here at all the different rallies, Sturgis and Laconia and Wingding and Bike Week and all over.
Wow.
So all the national stuff, plus all the other little rallies that happen in each state that we go to. There's one in Fossil every year on Memorial Day weekend. We go to it, we set up a booth, we have free coffee, ice, water, tracks. We were there to serve.
Okay.
So the chapters here in the United States, the different ones you have set up in different states and different areas throughout the United States, do they all host their own events and stuff?
Well, they don't host.
Along with other bigger ones? Or?
The only thing that CMA hosts is we have in the spring called Seasons of Refreshing. It's a kickoff to the riding season.
Okay.
And then we have, each state has a state rally.
Okay.
And depending on the state, big states may have
big rallies.
Two different rallies.
Okay.
But those are the only ones that we go to their rallies.
Okay.
Support
we
others.
go and live amongst them.
Yeah.
We go out and like Fossil, we were there for 6 days.
Nice.
But
nice.
That's awesome.
Like a family reunion.
And then after time of being there, and you got to be there, then you start to ask questions.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's when you get to pray with them. You get to work with them. You get to know them a little better. And they come to you for things. And it's amazing how that works.
So I'm not familiar with all of those rallies that you talked about, except for Sturgis. I have friends that have gone to Sturgis. They ride to Sturgis. They do the same sort of things. We have pastor friends that ride to Sturgis every single year. But we also know that it's a very secular rally. So you guys are going there to be a light in a very dark world. Tell us a little bit about how that works and what that experience is like.
Well, you know, when you go, and like I say, you earn the right to speak. After a while, they ask you, is there anything that you want to, and that's when we get to say, could we do a devotional service on Sunday for you?
At Sturgis?
Well, Sturgis.
Or any of them.
Wherever you're at.
Okay.
And we do.
That's
and
amazing.
So we do pretty much like about a 15-minute devotional. And they, the more you're there, the more they get to know you, the more they come and listen.
That's awesome.
And somewhere down the road, maybe not us, but somebody else, the fruit's going to happen. And they're going to accept Christ, and you get to find out in heaven.
You just plant the seed.
Yeah.
Plant the seed, and others come along that keep watering it.
And you get to meet a lot of interesting people.
Yeah.
They're just people like us.
Absolutely.
And they have the same likes and the same wants and the same loves.
Yep.
So you just work with family, and you work with bikes and work and talk to them.
Yeah.
Well, we love what you're doing. Is there anything coming up that we need to know about? Did you just do Run for the Sun?
We did, May.
Just recently,
the
in
first
May.
Saturday in May is Run for the Sun. So we
Okay.
just did that. Now we're working on it next year.
Okay.
So if we did 5.7 from 5.1,
Come
we're
on.
working on 6 million.
Let's go.
Okay? So we would invite everybody to find out. You can, like I say, go on the website, cmausa.org, or find a CMA member and approach them and find out about Run for the Sun and donate, because I guarantee you that's fruitful money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sowing into good ground. That's the important thing. And we can
Yeah.
obviously see by the statistics you've shared with us today that when you sow into CMA, you're sowing into good ground. that, you know, for every dollar spent, you're seeing a soul being born into the kingdom, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
You know, but the fact that we can have fun riding bikes, hanging out with friends, doing the things that we love to do, and then see the kingdom built the way that we're seeing it through CMA, that's an incredible thing that we absolutely love.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We love the fact that you came on to be on the show with us today, but unfortunately we're already out of time. It goes so fast when you're having fun.
Oh yeah.
But we want to express how appreciative we are of the CMA as an organization. Thanks so much for coming out and sharing with us.
Sure.
And I know because you're very, very accommodating. You've come back year after year to come be with us. We know that you'll come back again with even newer statistics. So
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
It's grown.
We're believing for those new statistics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but we want to thank all the riders that came in with CMA. Give it up for our CMA riders that are here with us. We appreciate that. And
we're very thankful for Mark Kemper and all of those from CMA that came out. We hope you'll join us next month or next week for our new series, Deep Clean, and more guests. More guests coming up.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great week, everyone.